Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Geisenoff and today I will be showing you how to fold a paper crane, such as you can see here. So, whenever you're doing origami, the first thing you want is to have some square piece of paper. So you can either use some origami paper, as shown here, where we have one white side and then a nice pretty colored side, or I will also be showing you how to just create a square from a plain sheet of paper, such as this. So, if you need to create a square piece of paper, what you want to do is first fold a diagonal line from here to here by folding over the paper and aligning these two edges. So once you have those edges aligned, you can then fully crease your sheet, and then this crease will also be used in folding the crane. And then here we're going to just cut this away. So I have my scissors, or actually I'm going to fold it just to make it easier to cut. Just folding along the same line here. Alright, so now I'm just going to cut this. Alright, now we have a nice square sheet of paper without having to get any origami or special paper. Okay, so now we're ready to start folding our crane. So the first step you want to do is create folds along these diagonals. And so I'm going to mark each of those with a highlighter, just with some dotted lines. And then also I'm going to want to fold down this line. Okay, and as a note, if you are using origami paper or a colored piece of paper, for these folds you want to begin by folding along with the white side facing up. But for this it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I already have this fold just by creating the square sheet of paper. So now I'm going to do the same fold along the other diagonal. Okay. And just making sure we have everything well aligned. If it's a little off, it doesn't really matter. Mine is a little off, as you can tell. Alright, just making a nice strong crease. Okay, so now you can see I have both of those diagonals folded. Alright, so now we're going to flip it over and we're going to want to create squares, or break this up into 4 squares by having similar folds and splitting the paper into half along these two sides. So I'm going to also mark that. Okay, and so same thing, and I want to fold it over, make sure to have these edges aligned well. Opening it, and now we're going to do the other side. Alright, so now when you open up, you can see we have our paper split up into 4 squares, and then we have these diagonals here. So now we're going to want to sort of make this and collapse it all together. So to do that, you're going to want to fold in 2 of the diagonals and align your square folds here. And then same thing for this. Okay, so now that we have it all collapsed, you can see sort of how that happened. So our folds along the square sort of templated that. All right, so now this open end here, you want this facing down or towards you. And now we're gonna want to fold along these two edges and fold these in to this middle crease here. So I'm gonna mark that generally where that's gonna be. Okay, and so now you wanna make sure that you're folding just the top layer here. So there'll be 2 sheets of paper in this bottom fold, and then this will be a crease. All right, so now just folding it towards that middle line, making sure that's well aligned. And now the other side, doing the same thing. All right, so now we have some sort of like, it looks sort of like a kite. And now we want to flip it over and do the same thing, making sure to fold this bottom open edge. So just fold that into this middle crease. And fold this in as well. All right. And now we have just sort of this diamond right here. Okay. And so now we're going to want to take this inner part and fold it all the way up. So to prep for that, we're going to want to crease along this line here. So to do that, you can just sort of fold it down. I like to open it up and then fully fold it down. Just press it like that. So now you can see we have this sort of triangle mapped out. All right, and so now you want to just take this first layer and fold it up along this crease we just made. And at the same time, you want to make sure, because we're going to want to reverse this crease that we have here, so you want to make sure to open it up, fold down these edges, and then just gently reverse that crease so that we have this nice diamond shape here. All right, so now we're going to want to do that on the other side. So we want to re-crease this so we have it prepped again. So just open that up, fold it down, fold it back up, and now similar thing. So just taking that first layer, pressing along this crease we just made, and then reversing the crease along this edge here. All right. So you can see I have a little opening, and that's fine. That just happens due to not folding exactly correctly, but at the end of the day, it won't really look that bad. Okay, so now we have this diamond. We have 2 flaps here with this inner triangle, and then on the bottom, we sort of have more open. So this is going to end up being the crane's legs right here. So you want to make sure that you're folding this bottom half of the diamond. So, okay, so now we want to do another crease along this half right here to make the legs thinner for the crane. So I'm just going to sort of generally mark that out. And also on the other side. Okay, so now take this in, align it with that inner edge. And the same thing over here. Fold it over, aligned with that inner edge. All right, so now you can see we're sort of just thinning down this bottom part of the diamond. Okay, now flip it over. Now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We'll mark it out really quickly. And now folding and aligning, trying to align the best as possible with that inner crease or edge of the paper here. And same thing on the other side. Okay, so now you can see we have a thinner part of the diamond here, and you can still be able to see that these will end up being the legs. Okay, so now comes and these will be the wings. So now comes a fairly tricky part. We're going to want to fold the leg up and also do sort of a reverse fold as to what we've been doing. So to do this, you want to open like this, fold up the leg, sort of with the barrier being where it just naturally ends. And then you want it to tilt out a little bit. I like to align with the wing edge here, but you can mess around with where you want your legs to be positioned for your train. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to align mine with, it's not the legs, it's the head and the tail. I'm going to align with this. And then you want to sort of reverse all the folds and press down like this. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So opening, folding upwards, and then making sure that this will end up being folded in. And aligning at a little bit of an angle. Again, I like to align with this. Okay, so now we want to make one of these sides the head for our crane. I always like to pick the side that's a little less perfect and not a really nice crisp end. So this will be the tail and this will be the head. And we're also going to do another reverse fold for the head. So this is also up to you how big you want your crane's head to be. So you just sort of open it up, fold it partly down, and then reverse this crease and fully press it down. And then the last step, we're just going to fold our wings down. And I like to fold them down sort of where they naturally end and align with this. So just folding them down. And now you can see we have our nice crane. And that's it. Thank you. Hope you enjoy.